Jai Śrīmad Narayana. The following commentary I'm about to give is by Ramanujadasa, Śrīmad Gattu Venugopalaswamy. Chapter 4, Jnana Yoga, Sloka 9.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti soarjuna. Om.
Gita Acharya Sri Krishna Paramatma is teaching Jnana Yoga to all of us along with Arjuna. Paramatma is saying, Arjuna, I said that I take birth. Every time I take birth, the body that I get into is a divine body. There won't be any dosha or contamination in that body. And after I take birth, I do some divine works and activities. All these works are known as leelas. Leela means that which gives amrutam or nectar. That means there won't be any dosha or contamination in my activities. Therefore, Arjuna, you need to understand very clearly about at least one avataram or incarnation out of many. In that avataram also, you need to understand very clearly about one activity about that avataram. If you can keep meditating upon that particular activity of mine, then you don't need to be born again at all. That means you will be relieved from this dreadful cycle of birth and death. That means you will come to me to experience eternal joy and experience all my divine attributes. This is how Sri Krishna Paramatma is giving us an easy method for all of us to attain Brahmanandam, or unlimited happiness. Let us all meditate upon Sri Krishna Paramatma's teachings, and let us start today itself in taking one activity out of so many of his activities of one avataram, out of so many of his avatarams, and let us have unshakable faith that this meditation itself relieves us from the cycle of birth and death. First, let us decide upon which avataram we like the most. And then let us decide upon which activity we like the most in that avataram. Then let us all simply remember that divine activity or leela of Paramatma every day. Just as an example, from Sri Krishna avataram or Sri Krishna's incarnation, there is one small incident that we can meditate upon. There is a character by the name of Kubja. Her body is hunchback, and people think she looks very ugly. She happened to do one small seva to Sri Krishna. She offered chandan or perfume to Sri Krishna. Paramatma was very pleased with her and placed his toes on top of the toes of Kubja and placed his fingers under her chin and slowly lifted her in such a way that her body got straightened. With the divine touch of Mukunda or Sri Krishna Paramatma, who is the Supreme, Kubja turned out to be the most beautiful woman of the universe. These are the kind of small divine incidents we can remember and meditate upon daily, by which we will become healthy, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and we will be relieved from the cycle of birth and death. Now, with a strong resolve to follow this immediately, let us all repeat Sri Krishna Paramatma's words as it is.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti soarjuna.
The entire essence of Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita is given by Sri Krishna Paramatma in chapter 18, Sloka 65 through 70, to do 8 things. Sri Krishna says, I love those who follow these 8 things. I will protect those devotees in all kinds of ways. After listening to all of Bhagavad Gita spoken by Sri Krishna Paramatma, Arjuna says, Karishye vachanam tava, which means, Krishna, I will do as you say. This is why Sri Krishna has bestowed Arjuna all kinds of successes and victories. Let's give Paramatma our vow that we will observe these 8 actions. There's no puja, tapas, or yajna that is greater than giving this word to Paramatma. I will say these 8 vows we should make. You all please think these in your mind and heart. In this way of us giving Sri Krishna our word, let us all visualize Sri Krishna's face, beaming with joy and feel bliss. Jai Śrīmad Narayana. These are our 8 promises. Our first promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, as you instructed, I will always meditate upon and think of you. Our second promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, as you advised, I will always be your devotee. Our third promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, I will perform all my actions as service to you and for your satisfaction. Our fourth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, as you said to follow, I have great faith that I belong to you, and I will always join my hands together and do namaskaram to you and worship you. Our fifth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, I recall your words, Mamekam Saranam Vraja, from chapter 18, Sloka 66, that you said to surrender to you alone. Śrīmad Narayana, I surrender to you alone. Our sixth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, I recall your words, Ma Suchaha, from chapter 18, Sloka 66, that you are giving us reassurance to not grieve. I shall no longer grieve. Our seventh promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, you have graced and blessed us all by delivering Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita for our sake. I promise to read or listen to at least 1 sloka daily. Our eighth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, you delivered Gita to all humanity. I will try to spread your words in Gita to those devotees that are unfamiliar with Gita. We just made our 8 promises to Paramatma. Giving Śrīmad Narayana our word each day that we will do as he says itself is a great puja. Let's give him our promise with our unshakable faith. O Śrīmad Narayana, I will do as you say, I will behave as you wish, and I will work only for you. Śrīmad Narayana, Karishye Vachanam Tava, which means, Śrīmad Narayana, I will act according to your instructions. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Śrīmad Narayana.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti soarjuna. Om Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti soarjuna. Śrīmannārāyana karishye vachanam tava. Sarvam Shri Krishnārpanamastu. Jai Śrīmannārāyana.